of the tragedy that has struck this country. With cameraman Kripal Singh at Adana and Marsah in Turkey, Gaurav Sawant for India Today.
Cannot imagine what people there in Turkey and Syria must be feeling right now. It's absolutely heartbreaking. But here are some of the latest updates that we could verify and bring to you now from Turkey and Syria. Let's bring in. A 9-year-old boy was pulled out alive from the ruins of a collapsed building in Turkey's Gaziantep nearly a week since that earthquake. Rescuers placed him on a stretcher, so there's a bit of a miracle and hope of survivors still there who couldn't be brought out alive. Syrian doctor Mustafa al-Yamani has not left the hospital where he's been working in Syria's Idlib for 6 straight days. Small hospital near the Bab al-Hawa crossing is where many victims of the earthquake were taken and receiving treatment. But there is still hope, there are still miracles. Rescuers pulled out a father and a daughter from under the rubble of an earthquake in Turkey. 35-year-old Gökhan Ugarlu and his 11-year-old daughter Zeynep were rescued in Hatay. Rescuers clapped, hugged each other as they saved the duo. Nearly 7 days after Turkey's devastating earthquake, rescuers have been working relentlessly, remember, to find as many victims alive as possible. Turkish Defense Ministry showed military teams from Hatay lifting a man, Hasar Demir, from the rubble on a stretcher. This is in Kahraman Maras, which has faced the worst. There's an army of excavators digging through concrete debris. The drone footage showed the impact, the aftermath of what happened. Almost a week now since the deadliest earthquake hit Turkey since 1939. So the chances of finding more survivors is growing remote. It's almost been a week now. Clearing of debris has started in some areas. Drone footage shows what exactly where once town and city stood are today rubble and debris. This is the city of Kahraman Marsah, very close to the epicenter. So while this is a natural calamity of an earthquake, was there any sort of corruption and the manner in which buildings that were built were not appropriate? Turkey appears to have started an investigation. It has also detained about 100 suspects and has given out arrest warrants against some of the contractors for the manner in which they had built these buildings that collapsed, leading to an unimaginable death toll. Here are more details on that.
Turkey vowed on Sunday to thoroughly investigate anyone thought to be responsible for building collapses due to the country's devastating earthquakes nearly a week ago. The detention of 113 suspects has been ordered and arrests have already begun. This is the moment police detained the developer of one residential complex that collapsed as he prepared to board a plane at Istanbul airport for Montenegro on Friday evening, according to the Anadolu news agency. There was no immediate information on casualties from the 12-storey complex in Antakya. Anadolu said the man told prosecutors he didn't know why the complex collapsed and that his Montenegro trip was unrelated. Opponents of Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan have accused his government of not enforcing building regulations and of misspending taxes levied after the last major earthquake to make buildings more quake-resistant. Rescuers were still pulling survivors from rubble in both Turkey and Syria on Sunday, but chances of finding people alive are dwindling. The death toll across both countries has now risen above 28,000 and looked set to keep climbing. Drone footage from the Syrian town of Jindaris shows the scale of the destruction there. The disaster hit hardest in the rebel-held northwest, leaving many homeless for a second time after they were displaced by a decade-old civil war. Those seeking shelter in Turkey are now also facing security concerns. 2 German rescue organisations suspended work there on Saturday, citing reports of clashes. One rescue worker said she had seen looters in the city of Antakya, but that her group couldn't intervene because, quote, most of the looters carry knives. Erdogan has warned that anyone caught stealing will be severely punished. The president has acknowledged problems with the relief effort, but says the situation has been brought under control. He's called for solidarity and condemned what he called negative politicking.
Right now, remember, Turkey is reeling through the worst, and therefore we would like to bring you only verified information as much as possible. Remember, it's also about India that has sent in aid and has sent in the relief material too.
Harrowing scenes in the earthquake-ravaged Turkey and Syria. Round-the-clock rescue operations and the death toll increasing every minute. Turkey is living its worst nightmare. But in this time of need, India stands with Turkey. Its historic Operation Dost mission is ensuring relief to the earthquake-hit regions, providing every possible help and showing the world the real meaning of Vasudev Kutumbakam. On Sunday, India's 7th special relief flight, a C-17 Globemaster carrying relief and rescue material and life-saving drugs landed in Turkey.
C-17 Globemaster, one of the biggest load carriers in the world. This Indian Air Force aircraft, that's the defense attaché of India, the pilot of the aircraft, the air crew. What's the equipment that they're carrying? Very crucial humanitarian assistance. These are the blankets that are being carried. 13 tons of medical equipment has come from India.
This essential material will be provided to people getting treatment at 60 field hospitals, where thousands of quake-hit Turkish citizens are getting treated at the moment.
All this aid was requested for by Turkish authorities and will be taken to the 60 para-field Indian field hospital, Indian Army field hospital at Iskenderun. At that hospital, we are told every day at least 400 people are getting medical attention, and this medical equipment will play a very crucial role in looking after those people.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has pulled all stops to help Turkey, also referred to the earthquake, saying it has deeply saddened him.
अभी जब हम टीवी पर तुर्की के भूकंप के दृश्य देखते हैं तो बेचैन हो जाते हैं, पीड़ा होती है। मुझे याद है 2001 में जब गुजरात में भूकंप आया, पिछली शताब्दी का भयंकर भूकंप था।
The earthquake is being described as the worst in 100 years in this region. And in this crucial time, India is teaching the world how to be a dost when it is needed the most. With Gaurav Sawant and video journalist Kripal Singh in Turkey, Bureau Report, India Today.
A shocking visual that has come from Meerut on the streets, where a truck driver has seen being dragging a car for about 2 kilometers. Look at this horrifying visual on your screen. The occupants of the car had to jump out of the vehicle to save their life because the truck driver did not fit it appropriate, or there appeared to be some other issue that he could not or did not even apply brake. Just imagine what the occupants in the car must be facing through. What we are being told is that there were 2 occupants, a driver and a passenger in this vehicle, who had to jump out of their car. These are absolutely scaring images capturing how the truck driver is only speeding ahead as the car remains entangled in front of the heavier vehicle. There are desperate pleas by the car occupants to stop, but it does not. The driver continued to drag the car till they hit another object. The driver was captured by the locals immediately while he was trying to flee. But an absolutely shocking visual, and how somehow the occupants managed to save their life. Let's just listen into what happened.
गाड़ी वाला मंडी पे से 2 दिनों को मार के पीछे भाग रहा था। मेरी गाड़ी भी बराबर में आई, मेरी गाड़ी को गाड़ी दबाई। ये पीर पे आके रुका, मैंने आराम से अपनी गाड़ी साइड में लगाई। मैंने कहा उतर के गया इसे कहने के लिए कि गाड़ी आराम से चलाए, लेकिन इसे मेरी सुनने से पहले ही अपना गेट डाला, एक्सीटर पे पैर रखा, गाड़ी में गाड़ी फंसा के खींचा ले आया। मेरी 4 लड़के और बैठे हुए थे जिनको भी उनके साथ ही खींचता हुआ लाया। लड़के जैसे तैसे गाड़ी पलटे में कूद के भगे हुए, तब गाड़ी भगाई है। आगे से जंपर में खुद की गाड़ी लगी है, तब ये रुका है।
Absolutely heartbreaking there, what we are looking at on our screens right now. We'll try and get some details from our reporters also about what exactly happened. Let's go across to Samarth Srivastava. Samarth, so do tell us this, because from the eyewitnesses, it does not look like it was a brake failure or a technical issue, that he was deliberately dragging this car. And it's absolutely scary to imagine what the occupants must be facing through. What exactly happened? Can you give us more details?
Well, what you got to know from Meerut police, they clearly told that he was under the spell of alcohol. So he was drunk. That's why this entire scenario happened, when there you see a heavy vehicle dragging a proper car for around 2 kilometers and leaving others inside the car, the lives of others in the car at risk. And he even did not care to stop, put brakes. He took it forward, and not just one vehicle, few others' vehicles were also collided with that particular heavy vehicle. And later, when he tried to flee from the spot, police reached to the site and nabbed him. And after interrogation, it came to light that he was drunk, and that's why he was not in senses. What the witnesses saw, they called it a horrifying incident. Many recorded the entire scenario, entire incident on their phone recorders, and that's the intensity. The visuals are really dramatic. It seems like a filmy scene, but really it's a horrific scenario.
Absolutely horrifying, Samarth, and keep getting us latest of what happened. Eventually, the local residents caught him, ensured he did not flee, and thankfully, the occupants of that car also survived, jumping out just in time from their vehicle. All right, time for a quick break, but when I return, it's superstar Salman Khan is back and has released his new song from his upcoming film Kisi Ka Bhai Kisi Ki Jaan. What is that song and how is it being received by his fans? Let's bring you the latest after a break.
If I had to pick one keyword for 2023, it would be ecosystem. And yes, we're used to the Apple ecosystem of things, and other tech brands are building on it in several ways. But with the plethora and the diverse sort of devices that Samsung has in their ecosystem, let me give you a little bit of a walkthrough in terms of what they've been planning. Here we have the all-new Galaxy Book 3 Ultra, the latest and greatest flagship in the Samsung line. Then the Tab S8 Ultra, brilliant display, fantastic tablet to use. And then, of course, on the IoT side, the S23 Ultra, then the Watch 5 Pro, which we've reviewed on the show, and the Buds 2 Pro. Now, if you were to connect all of these in a Samsung ecosystem, how would that make your life a lot easier and give you seamless connectivity? Let me show you. So if you take the S23 Ultra, of course, with the S Pen that comes with it, you could use this as a connected device to your Book 3 Ultra and to the Tab S8 Ultra as well. If you want to use the Watch 5 Pro and you want to put up maybe a presentation in office, you could use this remotely as a pointer as well. And then, of course, with the Buds 2 Pro, much like the AirPods now, you can connect to all these devices. And then, like handoff, it will be connected whenever you use this. You could be watching content over here, then attend your Zoom calls over here, and then listen to music over there. What you need to do is make sure that it's connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Samsung Pass makes it happen, a lot like iCloud. I'll give you a little bit of a demo. If you go to the S8 Ultra, swipe down right here, go on the options and select second screen. Right, what do you want it for? Well, if you want for drawing, video, playback, these are things you can mention, but more importantly, you head to the Book 3 Ultra, and then this is the device we want to connect to. In a matter of seconds, just like that, the two are connected. Now, if you open something over here and you realize that you need a little bit more screen real estate, seamlessly, you can transfer right there. Even if you open something like a notes app and you're typing something, hit copy over here, hit paste over there. This is what makes the ecosystem on the iPhone and the iPad so alluring, so appealing. If you can do that now with the Samsung Galaxy ecosystem of things, it could be a game changer.
Salman Khan is back after a while with Kisi Ka Bhai Kisi Ki Jaan film, and the first song of that film has been released. That happened during the grand finale of his reality show Bigg Boss season 16. The song features Salman Khan and Pooja Hegde, who are this time romancing each other in the backdrop of picturesque mountains. Naiyo Lagda is composed by Himesh Reshammiya and sung by Kamal Khan and Palak Muchal. Here's the latest and a glimpse of how clearly it's a treat for the Salman fans. Salman Khan is back after a while with Kisi Ka Bhai Kisi Ki Jaan film, and the first song of that film has been released. That happened during the grand finale of his reality show Bigg Boss season 16. The song features Salman Khan and Pooja Hegde, who are this time romancing each other in the backdrop of picturesque mountains. Naiyo Lagda is composed by Himesh Reshammiya and sung by Kamal Khan and Palak Muchal. Here's the latest and a glimpse of how clearly it's a treat for the Salman fans.
कैसे चोरी चोरी होने इंतजार में
This 8-year-old differently abled student of a government school in UP has brought glory to his city, Bahraich. Whoever says disability can slow you down should look up to this little one. Divyanshu, who is more than 40% disabled in his legs, created a record by doing Shirshasana continuously for 44.1 minutes in the G20 Yogasan Record 2023 program.
शर्मा सर और मैं 2 घंटा करता हूँ, पढ़ाई भी करता हूँ और प्रैक्टिस करके भी डीएम सर को हराऊंगा।
क्या बनना चाहते हो?
IAS।
His teachers were equally joyous as Divyansh bagged his name in Yogasan Book of World Records.
इन बच्चों को स्वयं से और कोच बुला करके महीने में 2 बार या 3 बार इनको कोचिंग देते हैं और इसी कोचिंग के बल पर बच्चे हमारे म्यूजिकल योगा में भी आगे हैं और सामान्य योगा भी ढंग से करते हैं। उसी का परिणाम है कि आज हमारा बच्चा दिव्यांग बच्चा शीर्षासन का रिकॉर्ड बनाया है।
Divyansh also won praise from the district magistrate.
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने और मुख्यमंत्री जी ने दिव्यांग बच्चों के कल्याण के लिए विभिन्न कल्याणकारी योजनाएं यहां पर प्रारंभ की हैं। उस बच्चे ने खुद अपनी प्रतिभा से यह स्थापित कर दिया है कि वह दिव्यांग नहीं बल्कि अन्य सशक्त बच्चों से भी ज़्यादा सशक्त है।
Divyansh's aspirations don't just end here. He wishes to be an IAS officer in future. Bureau Report, India Today.
Armed with facts, she takes the news by its horns.
Do you think the future of these students are not hampered?
Fierce, bold and direct, setting the tone for the biggest stories from every corner and every angle. Expect nothing but the unfiltered truth.
News first, niceties later. Watch me, Nabila Jamal, on India Today.
Co-powered by QO, European Bath Lounges. Let time wait. LIC हर पल आपके साथ. Samsung Galaxy S23 series.
Good morning and welcome. Thank you for tuning into India Today. I'm Pooja Shali. Let's quickly begin first with the headlines at the top of 9. Amid Parliament logjam over different issues and specifically the Adani-Hindenburg issue. But now there has been a notice that has been, a show cause notice that has been given for Rahul Gandhi. Heat is on Rahul Gandhi over Adani Modi remarks and the claims that he's made. Rahul Gandhi has been asked to respond by 15 February. India's flagship air might show Aero India 2023. Prime Minister Modi to unveil the Aero India 2023. Sorties, aerobatics and mid-air stunts. Indigenous Tapas UAV takes centre stage. After an ultimatum to demolish the Secretariat domes, BJP's Bandi Sanjay targets the Nizams. Says Nizams got thousands of people killed. War over appointment of Ram Janmabhoomi judge as Andhra governor. Congress calls it a payback to the judge. Law minister says whole ecosystem is in full swing again and targeting India. Death toll across Turkey and Syria due to the earthquake crosses 34,000. Rescue operations are in full swing. India Today is reporting from on the ground.
Behind me are mind-numbing. They're actually soul-numbing. Not one, not two, not three, but there are thousands of graves here of people who were killed in the devastating earthquake.
In some sports news, Indian team beat Pakistan by 7 wickets in their opening game of the T20 World Cup. Jemima Rodriguez named player of the match. Girls in blue shining and how?
Clinical from Team India. Absolutely outstanding. The power of Risha Ghosh and the touch and...
A massive political showdown is escalating, and this comes all the way from the governor's door in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu governor has given out a statement, and this clearly is going to, ruffle feathers within the state government. Tamil Nadu Governor R.N. Ravi claims that there is a rise in atrocities against Dalits, taking a jibe at Dravida Munnetra Kalagam's government claim of upholding social justice. Governor Ravi has said earlier Ambedkar was used for political reasons, which was changed after after Modi became the Prime Minister. So here's what he had said. Even here in our state, we're talking so much about social justice, but there are atrocities against Dalits. And that either human feces is put in water tank of a Dalit colony, or they will be publicly humiliated, or worse, are not allowed in temples. So here's what the governor had said, and clearly this, remember, is about Tamil Nadu's Tamil Nadu government's claims of social justice.
Here in our state, we have been talking so much about social justice, but every other day you hear some atrocity against Dalits. Either the human feces will be put in the water tank of a Dalit colony, or they will be publicly humiliated and assaulted, or not allowed entry in the temple. The response of the law enforcement and criminal justice system is awful. It pains to know that in our state, rapes against Dalit women cases, only 7% ends in conviction. This is the data. This of the 100 rapists, 93 go scot-free. And we talk about social justice.
A show cause notice has been served to Rahul Gandhi over the allegations of unparliamentary remarks against Prime Minister Modi. Remember, just last week, there has been a complete logjam and showdown over Adani and Hindenburg report. But when it was this big face-off between Rahul Gandhi and Prime Minister Modi, the Lok Sabha Secretariat on Sunday asked Rahul Gandhi to respond to BJP's breach of privilege notice over the remarks that he had made. Remember, the BJP leaders are alleging that the Congress MP stated, I quote them here, false, contemptuous, unparliamentary and misleading facts against Prime Minister in Lok Sabha on 7th February. So now Rahul Gandhi has to respond to 15th February. Here's what had happened. Rahul Gandhi had claimed that the meteoric rise of Adani's fortunes happened after BJP came to power in 2014. Rahul Gandhi also made some other allegations. Even a part of his speech had to be expunged from the Secretariat. But the Supreme Court hearing, meanwhile, is also expected today on the SEBI's response to petitions related to Hindenburg report on the Adani Group. The Supreme Court panel has asked SEBI to submit existing regulatory framework in place to protect Indian investors who are mostly middle class and reported to have lost several crores of rupees in the past 2 weeks after the Hindenburg research report was released on Adani.
और राहुल सारा दिन उल जुलूल बोलता रहेगा, हर बात का जवाब थोड़ा दिया जाता है।
मंत्री जी
जो प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा है, राहुल पहले उसको समझ ले। दोनों दिन जो लोकसभा में भी और राज्यसभा में भी जो 80-80, 85-85 मिनट वो बोले हैं, पहले उसको तो समझ ले।
So here's what happened. Listen into what Rahul Gandhi had said in the parliament, and then Prime Minister had then responded, complete fireworks. Here's what had happened.
अदानी जी का जो नेटवर्थ है वो 3 साल के अंदर, नहीं सॉरी, 2014 से लेकर 2022 तक ये $8 बिलियन से $140 बिलियन कैसे हो गया? एक लिस्ट आती है दुनिया के सबसे अमीर लोगों की, इस पे ये 609 नंबर पे थे 14 में। 609 पीछे बिल्कुल। पता नहीं जादू हुआ, दूसरे नंबर पे पहुंच गए।
मोदी है तो मुमकिन है।
तो
अध्यक्ष जी, आपकी गालियों को, आपके आरोपों को इन कोटि-कोटि भारतीयों से होकर के गुजरना पड़ेगा, जिनको दशकों तक मुसीबतें में जिंदगी जीने के लिए तुमने मजबूर किया था। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, कुछ लोग अपने लिए, अपने परिवार के लिए बहुत कुछ तबाह करने पर लगे हुए हैं, अपने लिए, अपने परिवार के लिए जी रहे हैं। मोदी तो 25 करोड़ देशवासियों के परिवार का सदस्य है। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, 140 करोड़ देशवासियों के आशीर्वाद, ये मेरा सबसे बड़ा सुरक्षा कवच है। और गालियों के शस्त्र से, झूठ के शस्त्रास्त्रों से इस सुरक्षा कवच को कभी तुम भेद नहीं सकते हो। वो विश्वास का सुरक्षा कवच है।
Let's bring in now my colleague Rahul Gautam in this morning live telecast. Rahul, what are we expecting today in the Parliament? Same showdown, same logjam, or perhaps there could be some discussions on very valid issues and bills that have to be cleared. Importantly, what are we expecting on Rahul Gandhi's reply?
Well, around 9:45, like-minded opposition parties are going to hold a meeting, and obviously the Congress party, which is the principal opposition party, they're going to stitch, opposition unity on the notice that has been given to Rahul Gandhi. The Congress party is decrying political vendetta. They are saying that this is nothing but an attempt on the part of the government to silence Rahul Gandhi and the voice of opposition. On the other hand, you can expect that the government will certainly be justifying this notice. We've been learning from our sources that the government will certainly be responding to these allegations that have been made by the Congress party, that this notice has been served to Rahul Gandhi only to silence the opposition's voice. In fact, Nishikant Dubey, who's the BJP MP who complained to Lok Sabha Speaker Mr. Om Birla, in fact, he's been saying that Rahul Gandhi will certainly be losing his membership this time, given the fact that he had made baseless and unfounded allegations against Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So you can expect that, that today's session is certainly going to be a stormy one. The Congress party is all set to take on the government on issues like, the suspension of Rajni Patil, the notices that have been served to Rahul Gandhi, and also, if you remember, his speech was also expunged from parliamentary proceedings. So the Congress party will certainly be going hammer and tong on
For the Congress party, when it comes to their topmost neta like Rahul Gandhi, they'll be coming out in full force to defend us as well. This is a breach of privilege notice that because of BJP's attack has now been served to him. He'll have to reply. But this was specifically over Adani's rise that has happened suddenly in the past few years that Rahul Gandhi claimed was because of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in government. We'll be getting you all the latest on that after more details that are coming in now. In Maharashtra, it's the Hinduism-Hindutva pitch that's back again. Uddhav Thackeray of the Shiv Sena has decided to again raise it up, saying, we are the real Hindutva and not what the BJP is claiming. Uddhav Thackeray has said, ours is the right kind of Hinduism. My father, Balasaheb Thackeray, woke up the Hindus. We do not bear and do not do any kind of injustice. It is the Bharatiya Janata Party's Hindutva that's targeting one community. We never discriminated with regard to caste and religion. So that's the big statement that's coming in from Uddhav Thackeray. Very interesting. Remember, he's saying that the kind of Hinduism that we believe in is the right kind of Hinduism and is the right kind of Hindutva, where my father, Balasaheb Thackeray, woke up the Hindus. We do not bear and do not do any kind of injustice. It is BJP's Hindutva that targets one community. Let's listen in to what Uddhav Thackeray has to say.
पूरे भारत, पूरा देश समझना चाहता है कि आपका हिंदुत्व है क्या? एक दूसरे का द्वेष करना ये हिंदुत्व नहीं है. तो इस हिंदुत्व को हम कैसे छोड़ सकते हैं? तब भी हम हिंदू थे, आज भी हम हिंदू हैं, कल भी हम हिंदू रहेंगे. लेकिन हमने सिर्फ उनका साथ छोड़ा, हमने हिंदुत्व नहीं छोड़ा. बीजेपी मतलब हिंदुत्व नहीं है. वो उनका जो हिंदुत्व अब जो चला रहे हैं वो हिंदुत्व मैं मानने के लिए तैयार नहीं हूं. अगर इनका कारोबार चलते रहेगा तो शर्म आने लगेगी कि मैं हिंदू हूं. उस वक्त तो सब डरते थे और उस वक्त मेरे पिताजी अकेले थे जिन्होंने नारा बुलंद किया था, गर्व से कहो हम हिंदू हैं.
All right, now I have my colleague Dev Kotak in Mumbai for the latest on that. Dev, this also clearly shows that Uddhav Thackeray is not backing down. He wants to ensure that the kind of politics he and his father did will be shown as the right kind of political Hindutva pitch that needed to be shown, and ensuring that BJP doesn't take over. What exactly did he say, and how is there a reaction yet by the BJP?
To answer your second question first, there is no reaction that has come in yet. But however, Maharashtra BJP state president Chandrasekhar Bawankule responded to his statement very sharply, saying that he keeps taking digs, but he has also failed as a chief minister. Rather than doing all of this, he should have done some work. In fact, he went on to say that Uddhav Thackeray is the only chief minister who did not ever carry a pen in his pocket. In fact, he was going all gaga and praises for Devendra Fadnavis, saying that Devendra Fadnavis is the real person who initiates action. So that's how he started targeting. But as far as the Hindutva bit is concerned, the BJP is yet to respond. And as far as Uddhav Thackeray's comments regarding the whole Hindutva row is that he was addressing a gathering of a couple of North Indian people, and he said that I am not ashamed to say it, I am not going to hesitate that I need your support at this point in time. He said that rather than dividing people on caste lines or on the basis of who is Hindi speaking or Marathi speaking, or whether there are North Indians in Mumbai or not, it hardly matters, because in the larger run he said that Hindutva is the bigger perspective. What BJP is really propagating is definitely not that. They are dividing people on communal lines by instigating them. So in fact, even if the statement that you heard, what Uddhav Thackeray said, that his father was the one who really wanted to get the whole Hindutva ideology very popular and very known, so that people strongly stand by it. And also one very important fact, he said that Narendra Modi right now at the position of the Prime Minister is not something he would have reached at had his father not intervened at a time when Atal Bihari Vajpayee had asked Narendra Modi to follow the Raj Dharma in the wake of the 2002 Gujarat riots. So these are the kind of statements that are coming in, and Uddhav Thackeray has said very strongly,
And Bala Sahib Thackeray is, of course, has been a very crucial figure to Maharashtra politics, and of course is an icon for many within Maharashtra. So remains to be seen if Uddhav Thackeray's pitch now will appeal to eventually people of Maharashtra, or will it be the BJP that will make more inroads into the state. Dev Kotak for the latest on that. Thank you very much for now. Today is a big day. It's India's aerospace show. This, remember, is also going to be about Made in India for the world, because that is the theme this time for the aerospace that we are looking at. Prime Minister Modi is set to inaugurate in just a short while in India today, of course. Will be live when that happens. This, remember, is Aero India 2023. It's the biggest show in Bengaluru for now. It's the 14th edition of India's largest aerospace and defense exhibition. 5-day event will include aerial displays by aircraft, choppers, along with a large exhibition and a trade fair for defense companies. The event is basically aiming to promote export of indigenous air platform like the LCH, the light combat aircraft Tejas, and also the advanced light helicopter. Now, as per defense officials, 809 exhibitors, including 110 foreign ones, have confirmed participation, and this is going to be positioned as Make in India for the world. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has said this will significantly contribute to the development of the aerospace and aviation sector.
जब हम विश्व की इकोनॉमिक सुपर पावर बनने की राह पर अग्रसर हैं, मेरा मानना है कि डिफेंस इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर इसमें एक महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाएगा। हम डिफेंस इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर में जो भी अचीव करते हैं, उनका भारत की इकोनॉमी को बहुत व्यापक स्पिन ऑफ बेनिफिट प्राप्त होता है। एयर इंडिया शो 2023 के रूप में हमने एक बड़े इवेंट की कल्पना की थी, पर आप सबको यह बताते हुए मुझे बेहद खुशी है कि जितना हमने सोचा था उससे कहीं ज्यादा ग्रैंड, उससे कहीं ज्यादा भव्य इवेंट यहां आयोजित होने जा रहा है। इसकी भव्यता का अंदाजा आप सभी इसी इवेंट में आने वाले पार्टिसिपेंट्स की संख्या को देखकर लगा सकते हैं। जैसा कि आप सबको बतलाया गया है कि लगभग 100 फ्रेंडली कंट्रीज और 800 से अधिक एग्जिबिटर्स के साथ यह देश का अब तक का सबसे बड़ा एरो इंडिया शो है।
For Karnataka and Bangalore, it has become a habit to host an aero show, and this time the aero show, the Aero India show, they have resolved to make it one of the biggest, and I am sure our Make in India, our Atmanirbhar of our Prime Minister, and especially Atmanirbhar in defense, will be cumulatively exhibited in our Aero India.
And India Today will be on the ground, so stay tuned for our latest coverage as well. Sagai Raj is joining me for what's unfolding there in Bengaluru. It is an election-bound state also, but apart from that, of course, all eyes today will be on our defense sector. Sagai, what is on the itinerary? Prime Minister Modi is set to inaugurate. What more can you tell us about the Aero India 2023?
This is the 14th edition of Aero India, which has been organized by Indian Air Force here in Bengaluru. As we speak now, you can see the chopper of Prime Minister, Raksha Mantri, Chief Minister, and several other guests is landing here at Yelahanka Air Force Station. 811 exhibitors have registered for this year's Aero Show, including 701 exhibitors in India and 110 exhibitors from other countries.
Remember, this particular exhibition will also have formation aerobatics as well as several other companies which will sign MOUs, deals and other things. And remember that India is one of those hotcakes for many other countries to purchase of any kind of light combat aircraft or fighting aircraft or a commercial aircraft. Sukhoi, Rafale, Tejas, MG, F-16 and several other aircraft will be displayed in Aero Show this year. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi along with Raksha Mantri will inaugurate. And apart from that, Surya Kiran and Sarang will also be one of those aircraft which will be performing colorful aerobatics in this particular air show. The 5-day event is all set to begin today, Pooja, and you can see now as we speak, the Prime Minister is just landing here at Yelahanka Air Force Station. Anytime now, the inauguration will begin.
So that's the latest visual that Sagai is showing to us. That's the chopper of the Prime Minister, we are being told. This is 13th to 17th February, the Aero India 2023 that Prime Minister is inaugurating right now. Look at the mega event arrangements that have been made. This is at the Air Force Station, Yelahanka in Bengaluru. Sagai Raj is bringing us the latest of Prime Minister Modi about to alight from the chopper. But amid all this, there's of course, as expected, a political showdown too. Congress MLA has mocked Prime Minister Modi's Aero Show visit and has said Prime Minister's visit is only because of elections in Karnataka. And Congress MLA also adding, Congress MLA Ramalanga Reddy has said this, that Prime Minister visiting Karnataka for every small work, even inaugurating a water tap, Prime Minister Modi will come to Karnataka. Why not come and stay here? So while this big aerospace, Aero India show is all set to be inaugurated, it's a huge political face-off. I want to quickly go across to Sagai Raj for the latest on that. Sagai, so as Prime Minister Modi landing there in Bengaluru at the Yelahanka Air Force Station, this clearly is expected politics because it is an election-bound state of Karnataka.
Politics, but it happens every alternative year in Bengaluru, and this is the second time Prime Minister Narendra Modi is participating in the inaugural of Aero Show. And if you notice, last year it was more of a virtual, despite having a Aero Show which was being organized, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi had virtually addressed that particular Aero Show inauguration day. And as we speak now, the choppers of Raksha Mantri, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai is all landing here at Yelahanka Air Force Station. Anytime now, they will be coming in a private escort vehicle to reach the stage where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the 14th edition of Aero Show.
All right, stay on with me also, Sagai, because I just want viewers to first listen in quickly what Ramalanga Reddy has said, and then we'll come back to you.
ಮೋದಿ ಅವರು, ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವರು, ನಡ್ಡಾ ಅವರು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ವಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ. ನಾನು ಮೋದಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಡ್ಡಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಲಹೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ಬರೋದು ಎಲ್ಲ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ವರೆಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅಂತ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಲಹೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಏನು ವಾರಕ್ಕೊಂದು ವಿಸಿಟ್ಟು, ಏನು ಸಣ್ಣ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಹಕ್ಕುಪತ್ರ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ಅವರೇ ಬೇಕು, ಬೀದಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಅವರೇ ಬೇಕು, ಸಣ್ಣ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಕೆಲಸಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಡ್ಡಾ ಅವ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ.
All right, so that's the big political face-off that's broken out. The Congress saying he's coming here on all small issues only because it's an election-bound state of Karnataka. Meanwhile, what you're looking at is the Yelahanka Air Force Station where Prime Minister Modi is about to alight from the chopper anytime now. Just to give you an itinerary detail, once the Prime Minister lands at the location and then heads for the main site, there is going to be an inaugural fly-past. There will be a fly-past of the Kiran MK2. It will be a Dhwaj formation. And with the Tiranga in the background, the Dhwaj formation will fly past the dais and will be bearing the Indian flag in lead and flanked by the Air Force and the Aero India flags. So the theme of the Aero India, apart from, of course, Make in India for the World, is Runway to a Billion Opportunities. And what you're looking at, remember, is just one of the many aerobatics and stunts that we are going to see in just a short while. It's about a 5-day event, but today is going to be the highlight as the inaugural event. There's going to be an indigenous helicopter formation too, a large formation of 15 indigenous helicopter, further subdivided as 5 groups in the Vic formation. There will be a 30-second trail separation. This formation will include Bheem, which will be the LUH, Daksh, ALH, MK3, and Rudra and Prachand and Sarang will also be included. So these helicopters will be flying left to right of audience along the runway. So one has to be really on the ground at this moment to see the strength of the aerobatics, the stunts, and it is a sight to behold for those who are present. We here from our studios can only imagine what right now the audience on the ground must be feeling. You're looking at the chopper there on your screen in which the Prime Minister has arrived. And just when the blades will be coming to a still, the Prime Minister likely to be walking out. Remember, HAL's indigenous fixed-wing trainer aircraft will be flying as a Gurukul formation, and at about 12 o'clock of audience at about 500 feet AGL. So it's going to be interesting. Remember, these are different aircrafts. And HAL specific means it is also about indigenous aircrafts that are going to be showcased. So let me bring in Sagai Raj as we look at these visuals. On one side of our screen, Sagai, we have the chopper visuals of the Prime Minister from which he's going to alight anytime soon. We can see, of course, a heavy security cordon. And on the other side is some of those formations that we can only appreciate and imagine how amazingly the pilots managed to carry that out. Sagai, over to you. What are we expecting today?
On the dais, which will obstruct the view on the grandstand.
See, the inaugural will start around 9:30 a.m. where Prime Minister Narendra Modi along with Raksha Mantri will inaugurate this particular Aero Show of 14th edition. And following that, as you pointed out, that there are several formations. Netra formation, where Netra formation will have 5 aircraft which will run in arrowhead formation. Okay. And you also have Arjun formation. Arjun formation will have 7 aircraft which will run in as an arrowhead formation. And you also have Tejas formation, which has 9 LCA Tejas aircraft will run in 3 to 15 arrowhead formation for 45-degree left offset to the audience. And you also have Varuna formation, that is of Indian Navy Maritime Patrol aircraft P-18I Poseidon. And you also have Trishul formation, where the fly past will be culminated by Trishul formation. And apart from that, you also have several aircraft which is in a display. The display of light combat aircraft like Tejas, and you also have light combat helicopter, and you also have light utility helicopter B-1 Dakota DC. And new addition to this year is F-35. And you also have F-16, F-35 is the new addition this year. This is a new aircraft which will be displayed here. It is a Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II. Is a single seat, single engine, all-weather stealth, multi-role combat aircraft. And apart from that, you also have Harvard trainer, Rafale, a Sarang helicopter display team, Sukhoi 30 MKI, Surya Kiran aerobatics team, ALH civil, and several other aircraft here in Bengaluru. So for next
and
5
Sagai,
days,
that will just be a flying display. That's just for the flying display. We of course looking at the static display also of the aircraft. So it is going to be a full-on show of strength, and for the next 5 days, all eyes will be, remember, for Karnataka and its administration also to ensure that on one side it is an election-bound state, on another they are hosting the biggest show that this country has seen. We are talking about, remember, not just domestically, but also there are about 811 total exhibitors, of which 110 are foreign exhibitors at this Aero India 2023. I want to leave you with these visuals. This is a live continuous coverage on India Today, and I am heading into a very short break. Stay tuned, lots more after short.
जैसे सबसे तेज आपकी टैगलाइन है, तो इसी तरह से सबसे तेज हमारी सरकार की लाइफलाइन है।
Thank Mr. Puri.
I thank you for giving me the chance to address you.
Terrorism now a global issue.
The First Lady position is so unusual.
Never in my career did I ever see that love and affection in any other country than we saw in India in 79.
Pakistan has been responsible chronically for association with sponsorship of terrorist groups.
Indian couturier Gaurav Gupta had quite a moment at the Paris Couture Week. We saw Cardi B don a piece from that collection at the Grammys. Cardi B wore an electric blue custom-made Gaurav Gupta couture, and that image has gone viral. Vivianism was the order of the day at the latest Marc Jacobs fashion show, a true ode to the late Vivienne Westwood. The Marc Jacobs fashion show took place at Park Avenue Armory. The fall 2023 collection had upside-down jackets, punk gestures, and was titled Heroes. The show notes had
and there on your screens, that's the security cavalcade of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He's alighted from the chopper in Bengaluru. That's the Yelahanka Air Force Station. And in just the next few minutes, he will be, of course, arriving at that location where there is going to be an inaugural flypast. It is primarily going to be, just to give you a background of what's expected today, it's going to be an itinerary which will involve a flypast, and then there will be a seminar that is also being scheduled. It's a CEO's round table. And then the Raksha Mantri's dinner is also slated for tonight. All of this in Bengaluru, in Karnataka. So that's the latest visual on your screen. All right, flanking her hat, like most of his outdoor events that we have seen.
Air Force and signed the Aero India flag and the G20 flag.
In a white Indian attire, flanked by what is now called the Modi jacket, brown in color, and with the hat as well. And the moment he's alighted at the location, an inaugural flypast.
Setting the perfect backdrop are the Kiran Mark II aircraft, Tiranga formation, painting the skies in tricolor.
Let's just dip into the details that are coming in also. This, remember, will be important because it's not just one. There will be different aircrafts that are going to come forth as Prime Minister arrives. From Dhwaj formation to indigenous helicopter formation, Gurukul formations will be shown as...
To encourage the
let's cut across
initiative of the Indian Air Force along with Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. But before that, we have today's Atmanirbhar helicopter flypast, consisting of an impressive array of 15 helicopters in 5 formations of 3 aircraft each. Displaying the indigenously developed rotary might of HAL and Indian Armed Forces are going to be the light utility helicopter beam, LH Mark III Dutch of Indian Coast Guard, LH Mark IV Rudra of Indian Army, the light combat helicopter Prachand, and LH Mark I Dhruv of the Indian Air Force. These helicopters are a testimony to India's Atmanirbharta in defence sector.
Minister Narendra Modi, as we saw, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai walking toward the location. And what you saw on your screen just about a short while ago was the Dhwaj formation. It was the flypast of the 3X Kiran Mk2 aircraft of the Indian Air Force. It was a big formation because you saw the Tiranga there streaming the tricolour smoke at 500 feet above ground level, and then a semicircular trajectory also that was seen. So with the Tiranga in the background, Dhwaj formation of the Mi-17s.
For a dedicated and capable coastal security helicopter. Youngest member of HAL helicopter family. Right behind the beautiful blue and white livery are the advanced light helicopters Mark III of the Indian Coast Guard. These helicopters were developed to the Indian Army, known as the Rudra. They are an advanced and armed variant of advanced light helicopter developed for attack role, close air support and...
Daksh, you can now see the advanced light helicopters Mark IV of the Indian Army known as the Rudra. They are an advanced and armed variant of advanced light helicopter developed for attack role, close air support and high altitude operations.
Next in line are the light combat helicopters Prachand of the Indian Air Force. This indigenous helicopter has been designed to operate at very high altitudes.
Last but not the least, behind Prachands, we can now see the advanced light helicopter Mark I Dhruv of the Sarang helicopter display team, the only 4 military helicopter display team in the world with such unique maneuvers and a color scheme. Next formation will be the Gurukul formation. In the lead, we will have the light combat aircraft flown by the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary, PVSM, AVSM, VM, ADC, along with Group Captain Prashant. The Air Chief being part of the Gurukul is only appropriate as he has been an instructor par excellence in the IAF, much like Guru Dronacharya. The other aircraft along are Hawk Intermediate Jet Trainer and HTT-40 right in front of you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Gurukul formation.
Always accompanied by dedicated Coming in from your left is the Embraer 145 aircraft mounted with an indigenous airborne early warning and control system known as Netra, our own eye in the sky. This high-value aerial asset is always accompanied by dedicated fire escorts to shoot down any potential threats during wartime. Is being escorted by 2 Sukhoi 30 MKIs and 2 MiG-29 aircraft.
Showing the fighter might of the Indian Air Force. Now is the next formation named Arjun. Coming up from your right, the formation consists of 4 types of fighter aircraft, the MiG-29, Rafale, Jaguar and Mirage 2000. Ladies and gentlemen, from your right, the Arjun formation.
Please look ahead and slightly to the left, flying on light combat aircraft. Smallest in the lightest aircraft that's class in the world in the aircraft power match. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tejas. Please look ahead and slightly to the left. Flying in are the 90 light combat aircraft Tejas. The Tejas.
This military delegation combines superior performance and reliability with an advanced mission system that ensures maximum maximum interoperability in the future battle space. Coming up from your right now will be the Indian Navy's P-8I multi-mission maritime patrol aircraft. This military derivation will be next generation 77 in the Indian Navy's P-8I. Superior performance and reliability with an advanced mission system that ensures maximum interoperability in the future battle space. The aircraft undertakes a wide range of missions including ISR, anti-submarine warfare and search and rescue. Ladies and gentlemen, from your right, the Indian Navy's P-8I.
Ladies and gentlemen, please brace yourself for the mighty jets, the Sukhoi 30 MKI, bringing in an element of surprise very soon. This formation displays the might of the Indian Air Force like a formation pulling up, making a Trishul or trident while soaring in the skies. This formation displays the might of the Indian Air Force like a Trishul of Lord Shiva, the destroyer. Lo and behold, you now have a Trishul in the sky.
Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation, Shri Jyotiraj Sindhya ji, Honorable Raksha Rajya Mantri, Shri Ajay Bhatt ji, distinguished dignitaries and guests, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskara, Ellarigu. Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri Baswaraj Bommai ji, Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation, Shri Jyotiraj Sindhya ji, Honorable Raksha Rajya Mantri, Shri Ajay Bhatt ji, distinguished dignitaries and guests, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskara, Ellarigu Aero India ge Suswagata. Good morning and welcome to the inaugural ceremony of the 14th edition of Aero India 2023. India is a land of a billion heartbeats, a billion dreams, a billion ideas, and a billion possibilities. As our Honorable Prime Minister leads us towards an Atmanirbhar Bharat, we are fortunate that the Prime Minister has graced the largest ever Aero India this year, the runway to a billion opportunities. May I request the Honorable Raksha Mantri, Shri Rajnath Singh ji, to convey the welcome address.
देश के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी, गवर्नर ऑफ कर्नाटका श्री थावर चंद जी गहलोत, चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ कर्नाटका श्री बसवराज जी बम्बई, यूनियन मिनिस्टर ऑफ सिविल एविएशन श्री ज्योतिरादित्य जी सिंधिया, श्री अजय भट्ट जी, रक्षा राज्य मंत्री, ऑनरेबल डिफेंस मिनिस्टर्स एंड अदर पार्टिसिपेंट्स फ्रॉम फ्रेंडली कंट्रीज, जनरल अनिल चौहान, चीफ ऑफ डिफेंस स्टाफ, तीनों सर्विसेज के हमारे चीफ, एडमिरल आर हरिकुमार, चीफ ऑफ नेवल स्टाफ, एयर चीफ मार्शल वी आर चौधरी, चीफ ऑफ एयर स्टाफ, जनरल मनोज पांडे, चीफ ऑफ आर्मी स्टाफ, श्री गिरधर अरमाने, डिफेंस सेक्रेटरी, अन्य गणमान्य प्रतिनिधि और अधिकारी वर्ग, मीडिया के मित्रों, देवियों व सज्जनों, एल्लारुगु नमस्कार। आज एरो इंडिया 2023 के उद्घाटन समारोह के महत्वपूर्ण अवसर पर हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का हम सब के बीच होना हम सब के लिए एक प्रसन्नता का विषय है। अपने व्यस्ततम कार्यक्रम में से समय निकालकर आपने यहाँ अपनी गरिमामयी उपस्थिति प्रदान की है। कर्नाटक की इस ऐतिहासिक और महान धरती पर आपका स्वागत और अभिनंदन करते हुए मुझे बेहद खुशी हो रही है। प्रधानमंत्री जी, आपके नेतृत्व और मार्गदर्शन में हमारा देश हर क्षेत्र में सफलता की नई ऊंचाइयां छू रहा है। विश्व के राजनीतिक और आर्थिक मानचित्र पर हमारा देश आपके नेतृत्व में पिछले कुछ वर्षों में बड़े मजबूती के साथ उभर कर सामने आया है। एरो इंडिया एरो स्पेस सेक्टर का शोकेस है, जिसकी दो इम्पॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स हैं, हाइट एंड स्पीड। यही दोनों गुण ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर की वर्किंग एवं पर्सनालिटी को डिफाइन भी करते हैं। हाइट ऑफ इंटीग्रिटी एंड कमिटमेंट फॉर इंडिया, स्पीड ऑफ डिसीजन मेकिंग एंड डिलीवरिंग रिजल्ट्स। विश्व के आकाश में भारत एक ऐसे सितारे के रूप में उभरा है जो न केवल स्वयं जगमगा रहा है बल्कि औरों को भी अपनी आभा से आलोकित कर रहा है। इन सब के पीछे अगर कोई प्रेरक शक्ति है तो वह है आपके आह्वान की शक्ति, आपके संकल्प की शक्ति और आपके लोक कल्याण के प्रति समर्पण की शक्ति। देवियों व सज्जनों, आज हमारा रक्षा क्षेत्र अपनी पूरी तन्मयता के साथ राष्ट्र के सशक्तिकरण के पथ पर अग्रसर है। हमारे रक्षा क्षेत्र ने पिछले कुछ वर्षों में एक लंबी यात्रा तय की है। इस यात्रा में रक्षा क्षेत्र ने सफलता के अनेक पड़ाव पार किए हैं, जो आगे चलकर रक्षा क्षेत्र की मजबूती के स्तंभ बने हैं। एरो इंडिया भी उन्हीं स्तंभों में से एक है, जिसने कदम दर कदम भारतीय रक्षा क्षेत्र को मजबूती प्रदान की है और इसे दुनिया में एक नई पहचान भी दी है। साथियों, कर्नाटक की भूमि धर्म, दर्शन, अध्यात्म, शौर्य, पराक्रम और विज्ञान की यह भूमि रही है। यह प्रदेश इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन में पायनियर रहा है और हमारे देश की इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ में योगदान देने वाले सबसे प्रमुख राज्यों में से एक है। ऐसे में एरो इंडिया के आयोजन के लिए यह बेहद उपयुक्त स्थान है। पिछले एक सप्ताह में 3 अलग अलग कार्यक्रमों में मुझे प्रधानमंत्री जी का स्वागत करने का अवसर मिला है। पहला तुमकुरु, दूसरा लखनऊ और तीसरा आयोजन आज बेंगलुरु में संपन्न हो रहा है। इनमें तीनों ही कार्यक्रम इंडस्ट्रियल और इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ से संबंधित रहे हैं, जिसमें से 2 तो कर्नाटक राज्य से ही जुड़े हुए हैं। इससे हमें क्या देखने को मिलता है? इससे यह देखने को मिलता है कि देश के इंडस्ट्रियल और इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ के प्रति प्रधानमंत्री जी का कमिटमेंट कितना स्ट्रांग है। साथियों, एरो इंडिया का यह आयोजन देश के, विशेषकर कर्नाटक राज्य के इंडस्ट्रियल और इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ के प्रति आपके कमिटमेंट का एक एक्सप्रेशन है। प्रधानमंत्री जी, कर्नाटक की भूमि चंदन की भूमि है। जिस तरह यहाँ के चंदन की सुगंध देश दुनिया में दूर दूर तक फैलती है, उसी तरह यहाँ आयोजित होने जा रहे एरो इंडिया के माध्यम से भारत की रक्षा क्षमताओं की प्रसिद्धि दूर दूर तक फैलेगी, ऐसा मेरा विश्वास है। इस आयोजन को इतने ग्रैंड स्केल पर आयोजित करने में श्री बसवराज जी बोम्मई, चीफ मिनिस्टर कर्नाटका का योगदान अत्यंत प्रशंसनीय है। साथियों, भारत अपने बिजनेस फ्रेंडली इन्वायरमेंट और कास्ट कॉम्पिटिटिवनेस के कारण एक बेहतरीन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग डेस्टिनेशन बना हुआ है और ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस की रैंकिंग में भी यह आगे बढ़ा है। हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी की व्यापक दृष्टि और संकल्प के साथ भारत दुनिया की 5वीं सबसे बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था बन गया है और अगले 4-5 वर्षों में यह दुनिया की तीसरी सबसे बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था बनने की राह पर तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहा है। इस वर्ष भारत की G20 की प्रेसिडेंसी भी ग्लोबल फोरम पर भारत के बढ़ते कद को दर्शाती है। देवियों व सज्जनों, इस आयोजन में अनेक देशों के डिफेंस मिनिस्टर्स, सर्विस चीफ्स, CEOs, ऑफिशियल्स और डेलीगेट्स भाग ले रहे हैं। मैं आप सभी का रक्षा मंत्रालय, भारत सरकार की ओर से हार्दिक स्वागत और अभिनंदन करता हूं। मुझे इस अगस्त गैदरिंग को यह बताते हुए बेहद खुशी हो रही है कि इस एग्जीबिशन में देश विदेश से 700 से अधिक एग्जीबिटर्स अपनी बेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी और प्रोडक्ट्स का प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं। इस तरह की विशाल भागीदारी भारत के उभरते बिजनेस पोटेंशियल में डोमेस्टिक एवं ग्लोबल बिजनेस कम्युनिटी के एक नए कॉन्फिडेंस का भी प्रमाण है। मैं आप सभी से डिफेंस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हब बनने की ओर भारत की यात्रा में सहयात्री बनने का भी आह्वान करता हूं। अंत में एक बार फिर एरो इंडिया 2023 के इस महाकुंभ में हमें अपना मार्गदर्शन देने के लिए, यहां उपस्थित होने के लिए प्रधानमंत्री जी का हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। अतिथियों को हमारे यहां भगवान का दर्जा दिया गया है। मैं देश विदेश से पधारे देवतुल्य सभी आगंतुकों की उत्साहजनक भागीदारी के लिए धन्यवाद देते हुए यहीं पर अपना निवेदन समाप्त करता हूं। आप सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. May I request the Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri Baswaraj Bommai ji, to kindly address the August gathering.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ದೇಶದ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠೆವಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಏರೋ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ನಡುವೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಆದರಣೀಯ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ವಿಶ್ವ ನಾಯಕತ್ವವನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುವಂಥ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಮಹಾಜನತೆ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇಂದಿನ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಮಾರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿರುವಂಥ ರಕ್ಷಣಾ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಏರೋ ಶೋದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂಥ ರಾಜನಾಥ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅವರೇ, ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಏವಿಯೇಷನ್ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾದಂಥ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರಾದಿತ್ಯ ಸಿಂಧಿಯಾ ಅವರೇ, ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಭಟ್ ಅವರೇ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆರೆದಿರುವಂಥ ದ ಆನರಬಲ್ His Excellencies Defense Minister from different friendly countries, Chief of Defense, Chief of Army.
Right, so mainly the indigenous aircrafts on display here, but what a show of strength. Remember, this will be as a theme of Aero India 2023, Made in India for the world. You're looking at these live visuals of Prime Minister Modi acknowledging the formations. Remember, one of the formations included the Indian Air Force Chief himself. I'm leaving you with these visuals for now, but it's our continuous coverage. I'll be shortly back after a break to get you more details and our colleagues on the ground as well.
Roses, gifts, mushy letters, soft toys, yawn, yawn, and a very big yawn. So cliched and been there, done that. Travel can be a good activity to even reconnect, talk, and spend time without the push and shove of everyday routines. But where? If your Valentine loves the hills, choose a quiet getaway, which is not a regular resort or a hotel, and get nestled into the valley with nature around you. If you both enjoy the water, skip Goa and do something fun and out of the box. Then there are cities which are known for their romance. But which ones are they, and are they even worth it?
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
In the cold winter of Feb, Turkey and Syria were hit by earthquakes that have caused long-lasting pain and damage to the nations. Loss of lives, damage to property, and stories of hope and resilience. But it is going to take a lot more to tide over this crisis, since experts say, while it is hard to predict what will happen next, every earthquake sequence is different. For the vast majority of the time, earthquakes decrease in power over time relative to the main shock. But it could last days, hours, months, even years. Meanwhile, a large fire.
मुख्यमंत्री श्री, रक्षा मंत्री राजनाथ सिंह जी, मंत्रिमंडल के मेरे अन्य सदस्य, देश विदेश से आए डिफेंस मिनिस्टर्स, इंडस्ट्री के सम्मानित प्रतिनिधि, अन्य सभी महानुभाव, देवी और सज्जनों, मैं एरो इंडिया के रोमांचक पलों का गवाह बन रहे सभी साथियों का अभिनंदन करता हूं। बेंगलुरु का आसमान आज नए भारत के सामर्थ्य का साक्षी बन रहा है। बेंगलुरु का आसमान आज इस बात की गवाही दे रहा है कि नई ऊंचाई, नए भारत की सच्चाई है। आज देश नई ऊंचाइयों को छू भी रहा है और उन्हें पार भी कर रहा है। साथियों, एरो इंडिया का ये आयोजन भारत के बढ़ते हुए सामर्थ्य का उदाहरण है। इसमें दुनिया के करीब 100 देशों की मौजूदगी होना दिखाता है कि भारत पर पूरे विश्व का विश्वास कितना बढ़ गया है। देश विदेश के 700 से अधिक एग्जीबिटर्स इसमें अपनी भागीदारी कर रहे हैं। इसने अब तक के पुराने सारे रिकॉर्ड तोड़ दिए हैं। इसमें भारतीय एमएसएमईज भी हैं, स्वदेशी स्टार्टअप भी हैं और दुनिया की जानी मानी कंपनियां भी हैं। यानी एरो इंडिया की थीम द रनवे टू ए बिलियन अपॉर्चुनिटीज, जमीन से लेकर आकाश तक हर तरफ नजर आ रही है। मेरी कामना है आत्मनिर्भर होते भारत की ये ताकत ऐसे ही बढ़ती रहे। साथियों, यहां एरो इंडिया के साथ ही डिफेंस मिनिस्टर कॉन्क्लेव और सीईओज राउंड टेबल इसका भी आयोजन किया जा रहा है। दुनिया के विभिन्न देशों की सहभागिता, सीईओज की ये सक्रिय भागीदारी एरो इंडिया के ग्लोबल पोटेंशियल को और बढ़ाने में मदद करेगी। ये मित्र देशों के साथ भारत की विश्वसनीय भागीदारी को आगे ले जाने का भी एक माध्यम बनेगा। मैं इन सभी इनिशिएटिव्स के लिए डिफेंस मिनिस्ट्री और इंडस्ट्री के साथियों का अभिनंदन करता हूं। साथियों, एरो इंडिया एक और वजह से बहुत खास है। ये कर्नाटका जैसे भारत के टेक्नोलॉजी और टेक्नोलॉजी की दुनिया में जिसकी महारत है, एडवांस है, ऐसे राज्य कर्नाटका में हो रहा है। इससे एरोस्पेस और डिफेंस में नए अवसर पैदा होंगे। इससे कर्नाटका के युवाओं के लिए नई संभावनाएं खुलेगी। मैं कर्नाटका के युवाओं से भी आह्वान करता हूं, टेक्नोलॉजी को फील्ड में आपको जो महारत हासिल है उसे रक्षा क्षेत्र में देश की ताकत बनाइए। आप इन अवसरों से ज्यादा जुड़ेंगे तो डिफेंस में नए इनोवेशंस का रास्ता खुलेगा। साथियों, जब कोई देश नई सोच, नई अप्रोच के साथ आगे बढ़ता है तो उसकी व्यवस्थाएं भी नई सोच के हिसाब से ढलने लगती है। एरो इंडिया का ये आयोजन आज नए भारत की नई अप्रोच को भी रिफ्लेक्ट करता है। एक समय था जब इसे केवल एक शो या एक प्रकार से सेल्फ टू इंडिया की एक विंडो भर माना जाता था। बीते वर्षों में देश ने इस परसेप्शन को भी बदला है। आज एरो इंडिया केवल एक शो नहीं है, ये इंडिया की स्ट्रेंथ भी है। आज ये इंडियन डिफेंस इंडस्ट्री के स्कोप को भी फोकस करता और सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस को भी फोकस करता है। ऐसा इसलिए क्योंकि आज दुनिया की डिफेंस कंपनियों के लिए भारत केवल एक मार्केट ही नहीं है, भारत आज एक पोटेंशियल डिफेंस पार्टनर भी है। ये पार्टनरशिप उन देशों के साथ भी है जो डिफेंस सेक्टर में काफी आगे हैं। जो देश अपनी रक्षा जरूरतों के लिए एक भरोसेमंद साथी तलाश रहे हैं, भारत उनके लिए भी एक बेहतर पार्टनर बनकर आज उभर रहा है। हमारी टेक्नोलॉजी इन देशों के लिए कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव भी है और क्रेडिबल भी है। हमारे यहाँ बेस्ट इनोवेशन भी मिलेगा और ऑनेस्ट इंटेंट भी आपके सामने मौजूद है। साथियों, हमारे यहाँ कहा जाता है प्रत्यक्षम किम प्रमाणम, अर्थात प्रत्यक्ष को प्रमाण की आवश्यकता नहीं होती। आज भारत की संभावनाओं का, भारत के सामर्थ्य का प्रमाण हमारी सफलताएं दे रही है। आज आकाश में गर्जना करते तेजस फाइटर प्लेन्स मेक इन इंडिया के सामर्थ्य का प्रमाण है। आज हिंद महासागर में मुस्तैद एयरक्राफ्ट कैरियर INS विक्रांत मेक इन इंडिया के विस्तार का प्रमाण है। गुजरात के बड़ौदा में C-295 की मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फैसिलिटी हो या तुमकुर में HAL के हेलीकॉप्टर यूनिट हो, ये आत्मनिर्भर भारत का वो बढ़ता सामर्थ्य है जिसने भारत के साथ साथ विश्व के लिए नए विकल्प और बेहतर अवसर जुड़े हैं। साथियों, 21वीं सदी का नया भारत अब न कोई मौका खोएगा और न ही अपनी मेहनत में कोई कमी रखेगा। हम कमर कस चुके हैं। हम रिफॉर्म्स का रास्ते पर हर सेक्टर में रिवॉल्यूशन ला रहे हैं। जो देश दशकों से सबसे बड़ा डिफेंस इंपोर्टर था, वो अब दुनिया के 75 देशों को डिफेंस इक्विपमेंट एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है। बीते 5 वर्षों में देश का निर्यात 6 गुना बढ़ा है। 2021-22 में हमने अब तक के रिकॉर्ड 1.5 बिलियन डॉलर से ज्यादा के एक्सपोर्ट को, उस आंकड़ों को हमने पार कर लिया है। फ्रेंड्स, आप भी जानते हैं कि डिफेंस एक ऐसा क्षेत्र है जिसकी टेक्नोलॉजी को, जिसकी मार्केट को और जिसके बिजनेस को सबसे कॉम्प्लिकेटेड माना जाता है। इसके बावजूद भारत ने बीते 8-9 साल के भीतर भीतर अपने यहां डिफेंस सेक्टर का कायाकल्प कर दिया है। इसलिए हम इसे अभी केवल एक शुरुआत मानते हैं। हमारा लक्ष्य है कि 2024-25 तक हम एक्सपोर्ट के इस आंकड़े को 1.5 बिलियन से बढ़ाकर 5 बिलियन डॉलर तक ले जाएंगे। इस दौरान किए गए प्रयास भारत के लिए एक लॉन्च पैड की तरह काम करेंगे। अब यहां से भारत दुनिया के सबसे बड़ा डिफेंस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग देशों में शामिल होने के लिए तेजी से कदम बढ़ाएगा और इसमें हमारे प्राइवेट सेक्टर और इन्वेस्टर्स की महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका रहने वाली है। आज मैं भारत के प्राइवेट सेक्टर से आह्वान करूंगा कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा भारत के डिफेंस सेक्टर में इन्वेस्ट करें। भारत में डिफेंस सेक्टर में आपका हर इन्वेस्टमेंट भारत के अलावा दुनिया के अनेक देशों में एक प्रकार से आपका व्यापार कारोबार के नए रास्ते बनाएगा। नई संभावनाएं, नए अवसर सामने हैं। भारत का प्राइवेट सेक्टर को इस समय को जाने नहीं देना चाहिए। साथियों, अमृत काल का भारत एक फाइटर पायलट की तरह आगे बढ़ रहा है। एक ऐसा देश जिससे ऊंचाइयां छूने से डर नहीं लगता, जो सबसे ऊंची उड़ान भरने के लिए उत्साहित है। आज का भारत तेज सोचता है, दूर की सोचता है और तुरंत फैसले लेता है। ठीक वैसे ही जैसे आकाश से उड़ान भरने वाला एक फाइटर पायलट करता है। और सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात, भारत की रफ्तार चाहे जितनी तेज हो, चाहे वो कितनी भी ऊंचाई पर क्यों न हो, वो हमेशा अपनी जड़ों से जुड़ा रहता है। उसे हमेशा ग्राउंड सिचुएशन की जानकारी रहती है। यही तो हमारे पायलट भी करते हैं। एरो इंडिया की गगनभेदी गर्जना में भी भारत के रिफॉर्म, परफॉर्म और ट्रांसपोर्ट की गूंज है। आज भारत में जैसी निर्णायक सरकार है, जैसी स्थायी नीतियां हैं, नीतियों में जैसी साफ नीयत है, वो अभूतपूर्व है। हर इन्वेस्टर को भारत में बने इस सपोर्टिव माहौल का खूब लाभ उठाना चाहिए। आप भी देख रहे हैं कि ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस की दिशा में भारत में किए गए रिफॉर्म की चर्चा आज पूरी दुनिया में हो रही है। हमने ग्लोबल इन्वेस्टमेंट और इंडियन इनोवेशन के अनुकूल माहौल बनाने के लिए हमने कई कदम उठाए हैं। भारत के डिफेंस सेक्टर में फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट को मंजूरी देने के नियमों को आसान बनाया गया है। अब कई सेक्टर में एफडीआई को ऑटोमेटिक रूट से मंजूरी मिली है। हमने उद्योगों को लाइसेंस देने की प्रक्रिया को सरल बनाया है। उसकी वैलिडिटी बढ़ाई है ताकि उन्हें एक ही प्रोसेस को बार बार न दोहराना पड़े। अभी 10-12 दिन पहले भारत का जो बजट आया है उसमें मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनियों को मिलने वाले टैक्स बेनिफिट को भी बढ़ाया गया है। इसका फायदा डिफेंस सेक्टर से जुड़ी कंपनियों को भी होने वाला है। साथियों, जहां डिमांड भी हो, कैपेबिलिटी भी हो और एक्सपीरियंस भी हो, नेचुरल प्रिंसिपल कहता है कि वहां इंडस्ट्री दिनों दिन और आगे बढ़ेगी। मैं आपको भरोसा दिलाता हूं कि भारत में डिफेंस सेक्टर को मजबूती देने का सिलसिला आगे और भी तेज गति से बढ़ेगा। हमें साथ मिलकर इस दिशा में आगे बढ़ना है। मुझे विश्वास है आने वाले समय में हम एरो इंडिया के और भी भव्य और शानदार आयोजन के गवाह बनेंगे। इसी के साथ आप सभी का एक बार फिर बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं और आप सबको अनेक अनेक शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। भारत माता की जय।
The Prime Minister speaking at the 14th edition of the Aero India 2023. This is in Yelahanka in Bengaluru, where the Prime Minister has spoken about India's capabilities as far as the defense sector is concerned.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the flying display ahead, Aero India 2023 is all set to soar. We hope that this edition leads to building of bonds, new partnerships, and discovery of new horizons.
Aero India is a showcase of airspace that has two important characteristics essentially, which is height and speed. This is what the Prime Minister has spoken about. He spoke about also, the Defence Minister also, who is at the event, spoke about the height of integrity and commitment for India, speed of decision making and delivering results. India 2023 will witness participation of more than 80 countries, ministers of 30 countries, 65 CEOs of global and Indian OEMs are going to participate in Aero India 2023. These are live visuals on your screen. The Prime Minister just inaugurating the Aero India 14th edition, in fact, of Aero India 2023. Aero India 2023 exhibition is going to witness the participation of more than 800 defense companies, including 100 foreign and 700 Indian companies. It's a big boost to the aviation sector, with the Prime Minister talking about the capabilities of this space, undoubtedly underscoring the importance of Make in India and also the kind of self-reliance India has achieved over the years. The Defence Minister also said that in the global sky, India has emerged as a star which is not only shining but illuminating others with its glow. Also talking about height and speed, that happens to be the two important characteristics of Aero India. He also, in fact, said that these were qualities that define the working and personality of the Prime Minister. Sagai Raj has more details on that big story that we are tracking closely. Sagai, the Prime Minister with his speech also has just inaugurated the show. Get us up to speed with what's the mood really like at Yelahanka right now as we speak, and also what to expect in the next few moments from now.
Yeah, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has just inaugurated the 14th edition of Aero India show. He spoke about Indian market and how important when it comes to Atmanirbhar Bharat call by the Indian government, where several, especially the Tumkuru, where recently Prime Minister Narendra Modi has launched a manufacturing helicopter unit there, and following that he has also spoken about Tejas, which is indigenous made by HAL, and he has also spoken about how new opportunities will be created for the youth of Karnataka as well as country because of these new industries which are coming up in the country. And as we speak now, there might be aerobatics and maneuvering which will start now, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi, along with Governor Thawarchand Gehlot, Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, and several other dignitaries are going to watch the aerobatics, which will be performed now as we speak now. The first aerobatic is from Sukhoi 30.
Staying with these live pictures, in fact, coming in from the Yelahanka Air Base in Bengaluru, where the Aero India 2023, the 14th edition,
a low-level aerobatic display by the
is
world's
underway.
most
Let's
agile
listen
fighter
in.
aircraft, the Su-30 MKI. Now, this aerobatic display will give you some idea about the maneuvers the flanker is capable of performing. The pilot in command today will be Wing Commander Aditya Suhag, Flight Commander of 222 Squadron, which is a maritime BrahMos squadron. Along with him as WSO is Flight Lieutenant Jaipreet. Both of them have mastered their roles for today's display, while Suhag will be busy toying with the 26-ton air superiority fighter and making it loop, tumble, yaw, roll and spin. Jaipreet would be monitoring the fighter's critical parameters like height, speed and engine. Pilots for low-level aerobatics are handpicked from amongst the finest and the highest experienced aircrew of the Sukhoi fleet. We are standby for the mighty Sukhois to take off right in front of you. Suhag positioning with the left turn to execute the famous loop, tumble, yaw. Rolling now. The deafening roar of the engines of the mighty Sukhoi taking off. positioning with the left turn to execute the famous loop, tumble, yaw. The Su-30 MKI is the only operational aircraft in the world today that can do this extremely complex maneuver. Taking the center stage now, ready to pull up. Here he pulls up. He is into a loop. This maneuver of the aircraft will describe a circle on the vertical plane. It is inverted, coming as a somersault. We call it the tumble. And that's the yaw, ladies and gentlemen. Loop, tumble, yaw. Definitely during this time, the aircraft says goodbye to all known laws of aerodynamics. This combat maneuver helps him to change his direction mid-flight. Apart from the sheer flying skill, this exquisite maneuvering was made possible by a combination of thrust-vectored engines and fly-by-wire technology. This time, from our right, positioning along the runway, taking you for a rock and roll. Here he goes, spinning right in front of the dais. Flying in this manner requires not only a good degree of situational awareness, but also absolute mastery on the aircraft and a thorough knowledge of its capability. One more time, shift your gaze towards your left. Do you know what distinguishes supersonic aircraft from each other? It is the ability to fly low and slow, and this is precisely what the MKI will demonstrate to you now, coming in from your left. The speeds are as low as 240 to 250 kmph. And at this moment, the phrase, time stands still, does all the justice to this picturesque moment. Today's display, both Suhag and Jaypreet have mastered their roles and are now ready to showcase yet another unique feature of the aircraft. After the right turn, they are again coming to take the center stage. Keep following the aircraft with a bank. Here he comes, 12 o'clock to us. Pitches up. It's just as cutting the sky into two halves as easily as you slice fruits with your kitchen knife, and that's why we call it the slice. This astounding maneuver was only possible due to the sheer skill of the pilot and the spectacular handling characteristics of the Sukhoi at all speed regimes. And now coming in for the high-speed run along the dais. This aircraft is now running at 900 kmph. And as the saying goes, don't be fooled by the noiseless dash. Thunder always follows the Sukhoi 30 MKI. As you're seeing the pilot turning left, he will shortly lower the landing gear to come in for a landing. Now, generally, an aircraft takes the full runway to come to a full stop after landing. However, the fighter will now demonstrate the short landing capability where you will see it complete its roll in less than half the runway, coming to a halt well short of you. From your left, coming in for landing. With the grace and all the panache, you're now seeing the aircraft touching down. And now the pilot has deployed the brake parachute to ensure a very short landing run. Ladies and gentlemen, can we hear it loud for very on thunderous yet mighty, the Sukhoi 30 MKI.
Ladies and gentlemen, after that captivating display by the Sukhoi 30s, here we have in front of us the light combat helicopter, the Prachand. Though light in weight, this machine carries the punch of a heavyweight. This aircraft has entered operational service, and it is absolutely certain it would live up to its name, the Prachand, the fierce, striking terror in the hearts of the enemy. The display today is being performed by Wing Commander John and Group Captain Rajiv Dubey. Ladies and gentlemen, please notice the rapid pull-up and the unique ability of the rotor as the pilot bunts the helicopter under negative G to come to a hover position far away from the ground. As you can see, this flying machine, the Prachand, has sufficient reserve of engine power and the rotor thrust. The Prachand now is diving sharply, gathers momentum to come in front of us to demonstrate sharp minimum radius turns.
बस नहीं किसी पे कोई वश नहीं क्या जिंदगी है ठोकरों पे मार दो मौत अंत है नहीं तो मौत से भी क्यों डरे ये जाके आसमान में दहाड़ दो आरंभ है प्रचंड बोले मस्तकों के झुंड आज जंग की घड़ी के तुम हार दो आरमान शान या जान खाओ लाज आज धनुष के बाण पे उतार दो
Gentlemen, here she is, the light combat helicopter Prachand, right in front of you. It's now readying to perform some lateral movement parallel to the runway, which will culminate in the majestic extreme tail-up maneuver. Here she is, moving rearward, top speed.
प्रचंड बोल मस्तकों के झुंड बाज चंद की घड़ी की तुम हार दो मान शान या की जान का उदान आज
Now she goes, tail up, the extreme tail up maneuver. This demonstrates the razor sharp response and the control path available to the pilot. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has placed India among those very few countries that have capability to design, develop and produce dedicated combat helicopters. Combined with the single-engine light utility helicopter, World War Horse ALH Dhruv, HAL has rendered India truly Atmanirbhar in rotary flying machines, both in intent and in content. Is doing a rudder turn right in front of us. Self-reliance in such strategic machine is unequivocal for India's defense, and products like ALH, the light combat helicopter Prachand and the new baby light utility helicopter are part of Atmanirbhar success story of HAL. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause as the Prachand is exiting after an enthralling display.
नहीं क्या जिंदगी है ठोकरों में मार दो तो अंत है नहीं तो मौत से भी क्यों डरे ये जाके आसमान में दहाड़ दो मस्तकों के झूठ आज जंग की घड़ी की तुम हार दो और बादशाह या जान का उदान बाजे धनुष के बाण पे उतार दो और
From the skies, it's again the runway. You are about to witness the power-packed takeoff of the Surya Kiran aerobatic team. They will take off in synchronized set of 3 twice, and the single 3 aircraft will take off right after them. We are standby for the Surya Kiran aerobatic team takeoff. set, ladies and gentlemen, taking off right in front of you. It's a 9-aircraft display team. Following the first are the second 3 set. Rolling behind them, the single 3 aircraft. They will be back with a bang.
In a short while from now, we will present to you the thrilling, ever-scintillating and heart-stopping air display of the indigenous lightest fighter of the world, Tejas. You will be able to watch the magnificent maneuvers of this aircraft on the screen placed in front of you, showing the live feed provided by DRDO's indigenously developed UAV Tapas. Wing Commander Karthikeya, fondly known as Cat amongst his friends, has lined up the Tejas on the runway for the first maneuver, the show-off takeoff. This maneuver is designed to showcase the might of the powerful GE 404 engine. Ladies and gentlemen, Tejas rolling and piercing into the blue skies of Bengaluru. As the aircraft inverts and comes down again for the next maneuver, please brace yourself for the hesitation roll. Please look to your right as the aircraft accelerates for the next maneuver and carries out a point roll and stops each time over. There it goes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And here it rolls again. Continuing to enthrall you all, it pulls up again to execute the vertical pitch back. Watch the curve as it goes up into the lovely skies and dives down again. Spots an adversary and starts turning like a beast. As we see the aircraft moving away, let us remind you of the decades of effort which have gone into making this program a resounding success. Without the foresight and technical acumen of every individual involved, this success won't have been possible. Please look to your left as Karthikeya prepares to push the aircraft to the other end of its envelope with a red eye negative G turn. There it goes, turning the other way around and showing off the versatility of not only the aircraft, but of the pilot too, as he sees all the red in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please look ahead as the aircraft positions itself square of the desk for the vertical Charlie. There it goes, pulling up into the sky, showing off the Delta platform. Illustrating the Indian Air Force's motto, touch the sky with glory. Here it goes, rolling towards the blue yonder. Please look to your left as Karthikeya starts knocking off some speed to greet this wonderful gathering and flying past you at a snail's pace. Ladies and gentlemen, towards your left, Tejas is so slow at a speed of 120 knots that even the winds stop to stare. Ladies and gentlemen, from your left, the slow speed run. As he engages the burners of the powerful 4E404 engines, the aircraft rapidly climbs out and positions for the next maneuver of a half roll. The kind of weapon that the aircraft carries is phenomenal, and that makes the combat capability tremendous and lethal. Please shift your gaze to the right. Karthikeya prepares to roll and invert the aircraft. He will greet all of you in Spider-Man style and then roll all over again. As Wing Commander Karthikeya prepares off and prepares to land, let me tell all of you that with the induction of the Tejas, the Indian Air Force in particular and the Indian aerospace industry as a whole has come a long way in indigenization and self-reliance. With enhanced capabilities in terms of envelope expansion, better avionics, and air-to-air refueling, the Tejas can call itself a truly modern platform. As Karthikeya touches down, I would urge all of you to please give a huge round of applause for our very own Tejas and its Braveheart pilots.
After the scintillating LCA, time now, soon crossing overhead and flying in an arc will be the globe formation. Coming in from your left, ladies and gentlemen, now, the C-17 Globemaster along with the Hawks of Surya Kiran aerobatic team. C-17 Globemaster is a massive long-haul aircraft that has been tackling distances and oversized loads. Right now, in an arc formation in front of you, the C-17 Globemaster with the Hawks of Surya Kiran aerobatic team.
Ladies and gentlemen, please look right ahead. The light utility helicopter. HAL is extremely proud to present here in display its youngest and latest member of the growing helicopter family. A few minutes earlier, this was the aircraft that led that 15 aircraft helicopter Atmanirbhar formation. You're doing it. Salute to the dais. The display today is being performed by HAL Chief Test Pilot Wing Commander Unni Pillai along with Wing Commander Bambani. Wing Commander Unni has flown over 8,000 hours over 30 different types of flying machine, both fixed and rotary wing. He has been the CTP, the Chief Test Pilot of Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, for over 14 years in his illustrious career spanning over 38 years both in Indian Air Force and Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have light utility helicopter right in front of us performing a unique helicopter maneuver, the Meerut. Wing Commander Unni Pillai is keeping the nose pointed to the center as he laterally traverses the circumference of that circle. A very deft maneuver. This demonstrates adequate control power, agility, and the extreme experience of the test pilot. Here they go and perform the extreme tail-up maneuver. Designing a helicopter for India's vast and varied terrain with its conflicting requirements is a daunting task. HAL lived up to this challenge, achieving it completely in-house in designing light utility helicopter. HAL therefore is capable of fully customizing this helicopter to any specific needs of any customer, civil or military, Indian or foreign. The light utility helicopter, after its operational clearance, has now entered the production phase. More than 1,000 of these helicopters are expected to be rolled out from the recently inaugurated Asia's largest helicopter factory in Tumkuru. The helicopter is now performing a few stall turns in front of us. Ladies and gentlemen, the LUH has completed its captivating display in front of us. The display today is more special as it happens to be the final display of HAL Chief Test Pilot Wing Commander Uddhav. He will be hanging his boots next month after a glorious career as a test pilot. Thank you very much, Wing Commander Uddhav, for your leadership. And ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause, wishing both the man and the machine good luck.
सज्जनों, जोरदार तालियों के साथ स्वागत करें एम्बेसडर्स ऑफ द इंडियन एयरफोर्स के नाम से विख्यात सूर्य किरण एरोबैटिक टीम का ग्रुप कैप्टन जी.एस. ढिल्लों के नेतृत्व में। सूर्य किरण 7 अब आपकी बाई ओर पोजीशन हो चुके हैं। आप सब के जोश लेवल्स को बढ़ाने देयर इज स्क्वाड्रन लीडर पहला फ्लाइंग इन्वर्टेड। अब सूर्य किरण टीम आ रही है आपकी बाईं ओर से बैरल रोल के लिए। मैं सारे दर्शकों को बताना चाहूंगी कि इस मैनूवर के दौरान टीम के सारे मेंबर्स एक दूसरे से मात्र 5 मीटर की दूरी पर उड़ान भर रहे हैं। ऐसा लग रहा हो मानो एक अदृश्य डोरी से बंधे हुए हो। टीम ने करीबन 72 शहरों में 600 से भी अधिक डिस्प्लेस करने का दुर्लभ लक्ष्य प्राप्त किया है और केवल भारत में ही नहीं बल्कि विदेश में भी भारतीय वायुसेना का परचम लहराया है। इनमें से कुछ देश हैं म्यांमार, श्रीलंका, लाओस, चाइना एवं यूएई। And that was number 7 buzzing through the skies to carry out a vertical Charlie. नव किरण का रथ सजा है, कली कुसुम से पथ सजा है, बादलों के अनुचरों ने स्वर्ण की पोशाक धारी, आ रही रवि की सवारी, आ रही रवि की सवारी। इन्हीं पंक्तियों के साथ अब आप सूर्य किरण टीम को अपने ठीक सामने से अपनी ओर बढ़ता हुआ देख पा रहे हैं। Approaching from straight ahead, the team is now coming for a crossover break and let's hear out for the leader's call.
correct direction. Brake now.
आप देख सकते हैं सूर्य किरण 1, 2, 3 और 4 को आसमान की बुलंदियां छूते भारतीय वायुसेना के आदर्श वाक्य नभ स्पृशम दीप्तम को चरितार्थ करते हुए। Glossy bright aircraft that you just saw in the skies are kept ready to fly by our maintenance team, led by Wing Commander Rana, Wing Commander Negi, Squadron Leader Dayal and Master Warrant Officer Kuldeep Kumar. Next, please allow me to take you on a journey where we're bringing the thrill lower and closer to you. Earlier we were flying at 500 feet, but now we will dazzle you by flying at heights of mere 100 feet above the ground and at crossing speeds in excess of 1500 km per hour. Coming in for a barbed wire cross are Surya Kirans 8 and 6 from your left and Surya Kirans 9 and 5 from your right. Turning inbound is the synchro pair for a jinking cross. In this maneuver, both 8 and 9, that is Squadron Leader Himanshu and Squad Leader Salaria, will approach each other head-on and then cross each other at tree-top height. Showcasing agility and coordination, ladies and gentlemen, please look to your left and to your right.